Hey guys, I wanted to make this video about Saturn entering into the sign of Aries. I know I already made a video about this about 6 months back, but I figured I would just briefly go over it again since we're just a couple days away from it actually entering into Aries. So let me just get my notes real quick. We also have the new moon in Gemini coming up. That will be my lunar return. But I'll do that in another video. Okay. So, right, oh, there it is. So, May 24th is when Saturn is finally going to enter Aries. Let me tell you, I am so looking forward to Saturn getting the fuck out of my 8th house. I am so ready for that. So ready for that. So Saturn is in its fall when it's in the sign of Aries. Aries is kind of like, think about every stage of life. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac wheel. So that's like birth to, from infancy to like elementary or something. I think I went over this a little bit when I was reading from the book, The Secret Language of Birthdays. Pretty sure. But yeah, they all represent different phases in life, different ages. So when Saturn is in Aries, it's really uncomfortable because Aries does not want to be told what to do and all that kind of stuff, but I'll go over that in this. So Aries prefers to take brave chances and see where the road leads. Saturn's disciplined approach adds necessary caution to the impulsive ram, which means we can harness this energy in a thoughtful and practical manner. Instead of boldly going where no one has gone before, a plan is favored. That may mean looking before you take the leap or taking more time than usual. This won't hinder Aries' tendency to make snap decisions, though. But it does help to create some calculated risks. So Saturn will enter May 24th. Then it's going to go into retrograde motion on July 13th, re-entering Pisces in retrograde on September 1st, then going direct, re-entering Aries on February 13th, 2026. And then it will stay in Aries until April 12th, 2028. So it's about 3 years. That offers ample opportunities to begin new projects during the transit, provided that you focus on laying a firm foundation for yourself. Because Saturn loves structure. Aries is more than happy to get to work on building new things, but the way that they want to do it. So with Saturn being there, Aries will have to learn, or that energy is like trying to learn how to build structure in a specific way, because it has to be done in a certain way, right? It's like you can't just get the job if you want it, right? You can't just, you got to work your way up to get that promotion, or you have to save up to buy a house. You have to get that, all those things are a part of it. It's like the process of growing up in a way. But I just lost my spot. Hold on. Okay. I already talked about that. Sorry for the awkward pause. I just don't want to repeat anything that I've already said. Okay. So personal responsibility, it's a big theme for having Saturn in Aries. Rather than relying on others, this transit prefers that you do it yourself. That also means accepting your role in your current circumstances instead of pointing fingers at others. So if you drop the blame game and take accountability, you'll see a massive uptick in your growth. Yeah, now I can just go over all the rising signs, I think, because I pretty much covered the main stuff. If you're having your Saturn return, which happens every 27 years, this 2+ year transit will test your mettle and force you to grow up. You know, when I had my Saturn return, I have my Saturn in Sagittarius, and it's in my 5th house. Honestly, I didn't really, looking back, what I do remember is that was around the time that I had Ranger. 5th house represents children. I also have my natal Uranus in my 5th house. I have a Sagittarius stellium in my 5th house. So yeah, I have Mars, Uranus, and Saturn in there. And in my Saturn return, it actually makes a lot of sense now that I really think about it, because Saturn brings discipline, right? So having like another kid when my Saturn's in the 5th, it's like adding to the responsibility. So that actually played out exactly like they say. If you have Saturn in your 5th house, just be aware. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. If you have Saturn in your 5th house, there is a chance for that. Okay, so let's go over all the rising signs now. Starting with Aries rising. Saturn is going to provide the perfect backdrop for a full-scale reinvention for you, Aries. This is a fantastic time to take responsibility and become the person you've always wanted to be. Old cycles are behind you, leaving you free to begin a new chapter and rewrite the story with you as the hero of your journey. That's exciting. Then Taurus rising. You may feel as if you are in a cocoon. Instead of outer work, you must go inward. Confront the shadow and release your fears. A strong spiritual practice will keep you grounded. By the time this period ends, you'll be ready to spread your new healed wings. Then for Gemini risings, you're a social butterfly, but Saturn wants you to choose quality over quantity. Instead of attending every event, it's better to be choosy. Some of your long-standing friendships are up for review. There may be a few that need to go. And when you release those unhealthy attachments or friends, you make room for meaningful alliances. And for Cancer rising, it's going to be an excellent period for your career. You could be stepping into a leadership role or cementing your place as industry darling in the public's eye. Your hard work finally brings results, so be ready to step up and claim your flowers or your powers. But flowers also sounds really nice. Then for Leo rising, your greatest growth comes through broadening your horizons. Yes, please. Long distance travel. That can happen through travel, higher education, or time spent in spiritual contemplation. If you wish to pursue an advanced degree, this is an excellent time to do that. As the saying goes, the more you know, the more you grow. And for Virgo rising, there's no better time to get your financial house in order. Organize your taxes, update your will, and begin planning for retirement. Issues around insurance and inheritances may require your attention. Handle your business and you'll be set for a secure future. Then for Libra rising, of course, your 7th house of relationships and responsibility go hand in hand during this transit. Are your partnerships healthy? Do you give as well as you get, and vice versa? Consider the needs of others, but do not forget about your own, something you struggle with from time to time. Then Scorpio rising. If you guys have neglected your health, then this transit of Saturn will help you develop better routines. Schedule appointments with your practitioners, start an exercise regime, and ditch those bad habits. Your work life may undergo an overhaul. You can improve efficiency and create better structures now. Then for Sagittarius risings, your romantic life could go one of two ways. You may prefer to be alone, or you might be ready for a long-term relationship. Either way, this puts your personal happiness squarely in your hands. It's an excellent time to explore your creative side as well. So artists, musicians, performers could experience success during this time. For some, this transit of Saturn can mean starting a family. And what did I just say? What did I just share? Fifth house, family, having a child. That happened to me. I'm telling you, it aligns. I know some people, like, I'm not saying you need to put all of your eggs in one basket in regards to astrology. I'm not trying to say that you have to follow it like a cult. No. All I'm saying is that there is a connection there. Things are connected. It does align. It's pretty crazy. All right, Capricorn rising. Saturn places more family responsibilities on your shoulders. You have no trouble taking charge. So this may feel like second nature to you. Luckies. However, at times, those duties could overwhelm you. Be sure to give yourself a break if it gets to be too much. There's no shame in asking for help. This period is excellent for purchasing real estate or home improvement projects. And then Aquarius rising. Serious study occupies your mind. Go back to school, hit the books, and cram for the exam. You can achieve your academic goals during this transit if you knuckle down. This transit is favorable for writing, projects, scientific research, and short trips. It's best to be cautious when signing contracts or formal agreements. Always read the fine print before committing. So basically just the opposite of Leo rising, which Leo's is 9th house and Aquarius is 3rd house. Then for Pisces rising, finances require a responsible approach. Instead of spending, this transit prefers saving. Frugality and resourcefulness ensure you remain secure. If you have poor financial habits, you can commit to better ones. For some, it could be a time of hard work. While that may not sound like much fun, the payoff will be well worth it. So basically, anytime Saturn transits, it's just a tough test in whatever house it's landing in. So, yeah. Even though it's a bitch, it's needed, basically. That's what I have, though. I hope you guys like this brief description of Saturn entering into Aries and my little shared experience of when I went through my Saturn return. Until the next time, peace out.